Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our weekly Ascension Angel Messages for September 16th through the 22nd, 2024. So, as we start out this reading, I would just like to welcome everybody back to this weekly series and to also thank you for your continued support and remaining here with us on the channel. And I'd like to also welcome anyone who's new to our Angelic Wisdom community. If you just found us, the algorithm has magically connected you with me and the work that we do here. Welcome. So, before I get into just a little talk about some things that are going on with me, I want to invite you all to subscribe, to select the all notification bell, like or dislike, and of course leave your comments. If you would like to have an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. If you would like to support my channel with a donation, you can go to my PayPal me link for Angelic Wisdom LLC. Now, as you all are aware of, and if you're not, just a reminder, last week was my first week on my job and at the new school. And so, wonderfully, things have been magically coming together. Most of what some of what I needed and the most important things have come through, like the piano. It's a digital piano that someone had in their home, or this actually it was the maintenance person at the school, who was really wonderful. And so things like this are happening. The books are, so pray for the books, okay? I think that there's some confusion around unfortunately, with, everything being online now, everybody's purchasing everything online. A lot of brick and mortar businesses have, just had to reduce or go out of business, and the music series that is the best one, the Silver Cadet Gin, has gone through many publishers, and it seems like since last year it was taken over by another company, if I'm not mistaken. At least their website looks very different, and it's harder to actually figure out what they're offering. So pray for that kind of works out. I'm adjusting to everything. It's a different world from 13 years ago, even just in Catholic schools. The one thing that's great is that, it connects me to my spirituality in a sense where I don't have to, I can talk about angels, right? And things like that, or spiritual concepts, or say, God out loud. But it's, really important, and the school is in a part of the city that has a lot of need. So I'm, like I said, to the school, and I don't know what my calling is there, but I know that I'm called to be there. And so that will reveal itself. I am still deeply committed to you and the work that we've done here over the last 13 years. And it's been that long, it seems. Or maybe it was 12 years, because it was 2012, June 4th, that I posted my first video. And so, and I've been just blessed ever since. And I truly believe that all the extraordinary blessings that I'm seeing through the job, even though I feel like I'm, a little lost, but I had my first day sort of half periods with all of the classes, got to meet them and introduce myself and have a chance to sense the interaction between us. So I got some work cut out in certain areas, and in other areas where I thought it might be more challenging, it's actually not going to be that bad. But I'm very optimistic. I'm the romantic when it comes to people and possibilities. So, um, but as things come, I'm just really being guided to say the right things, um, and so that's wonderful. So I feel like a new teacher, a new person, in a very familiar job. But as I said, the world has changed in 13 years. And so all of this I'm adjusting to. I am, just trying to figure out schedule for getting up in the morning, getting there on time. It's across town and it's taking me longer to get to work than it did my old job way up in the Bronx. So it took me an hour to get there. And one of the things is like people are jumping, not are just jumping on the bus and not paying, and it's very chaotic. And I think the buses are way off schedule. I think they are probably not feeling it, right? And I think they're just dreading, moving along their route. It's very crowded. It's a lot of chaos. I don't get panic attacks, but I thought to myself, boy, I could see this happening, on the bus. So I'm trying to figure out other ways to get there. And I get up at 5, but I might have to get up at 4. It's really important for me too to meditate and have time to myself in the morning. So I'm going to bed earlier early, earlier than earlier is probably going to be the thing to occur. But on Saturdays, I will be recording the video a week ahead now. I used to do it like the day before, but now it's going to have to be a week ahead because it has to be done on Saturday. But I didn't want anything to go wrong with the internet and getting it out to you. So in terms of getting it uploaded, so now it's the video I posted for today, which is September the 7th. It was recorded a week ago and I just sent it out so today. And now this one is being recorded on a week ahead on the 7th, and I will just be ready to publish it on the 5th, the 14th. With that said, on Saturdays and possibly Sundays, I will be available for a few readings over the weekend. I would think 3 or so just to start. So if you're looking for an angel reading, you can sort of look for a weekend schedule, which probably will work out better for everyone. And the daily cart messages, I'm very sorry that I haven't been able to get to them yet, but I'm just hopefully now I'll be able to leave the building at 2:30. That's the time I get off most times, except for the once a month. And it's just I've been getting home like at 7 because it's the traffic to get across town, which isn't that far. It's supposed to be 35 minutes. It's been taking like an hour and a half because of this chaos. And I get home in just enough hours to do I don't even know what actually, and then get back up. But I know it'll get better, and then when I get home, I can, get to the writings. Once I get in the swing of things, I do miss doing them. So don't think that they're not coming back, because it's one way for me now to really keep a connection. The videos and those writings, I may not even have as much time for my own personal readings. So this will be the way for me to stay tuned in as well. So, all right, I know this is a little bit long, but I just wanted to make it clear. If you haven't checked out the general monthly reading, please do so. Um, Only a few of you have checked it out, and that's a little unusual. So I hope that everyone did not miss it, and so I'm letting you know so that you can check it out. All right, so let's take a deep breath together. Oh, and it'll be the very first link that you see in the description area. The general monthly reading. It's very important, and something really huge is happening in this month, and especially in this week. Today they connected me for you into the ninth dimensional quantum healing. So the energy that we're in right now, and they've never asked for that or stated that as the energy. When I create a circle of crystals, 4 quadrants, that I create a circle of light, and Stonehenge in its original form was shown to me. Merlin appeared, and the energy that's going through this portal, this seventh dimensional portal, is very electrifying, and I'm not quite sure what's happening. And the next thing I know, that they're telling me the intention for this reading is, to connect everybody into this ninth dimensional quantum healing. So let's take a deep breath. Let's connect in with the energy for this week and be aware of this portal of light. That we are all surrounded in. And Master Merlin he's confirming it is him. He's coming through, and he is holding your hand. And instantly you are guided to Stonehenge. You might see it as it is now at first, but then it transforms into what it originally looked like. And you're immediately taken into the frequency of oneness. Feel the transformation of the energies impact, the frequencies impact upon your cells. Whether you're aware of it or not, this is happening. Just trust your subconscious that knows where you are going, and you're not missing out on anything. And just allow yourself to ground, seeing gold and silver roots going down into the pink crystalline heart of Lady Gaia. And she connects you into the pyramid, the golden pyramid of Hollow Earth. And feel your frequency rising. And the word that they've been sharing with me all morning is love. They're expanding your capacity to receive love. And this is in terms of a network. The network of love, the network of oneness. And they write the word safe as they are shifting you into a reality where you feel safe, supported, and loved. And they write forever. And you might feel sort of a transitioning in your chest, in your heart chakra. They are elevating your heart and activating your higher heart. And they wrote you as in capital YOU, as in to say, to activate the higher you, your higher self, and to start bringing all of those qualities into your, they wrote the word palace to mean environment or reality. And the palace was chosen intentionally because as your higher heart is activated and you ascend into your higher you, your higher reality, this is symbolic or representational of an environment that's like a palace, that has the best that you deserve, and displays your soul's true worth, dignity, and capabilities and strengths, your capacity to love and to be able to influence those around you, to inspire and uplift. And they want you to get a sense of walking through your life now as though you're walking through these corridors of a grand palace. And they want you to expect the best wherever you turn. And that does not mean that even in a palace that there are not challenges. There are challenges in managing such an estate. However, these challenges require creative solutions, innovation, and call forth and attract to you inspiration. This is a magical realm where you believe, you have faith that every challenge will have a positive outcome and that it will lead to enormous blessings. They open up these corridors in a palace that you've always been living in, but you were only limited to a limited number of rooms. And your vision, your awareness of this space, the enormity of the spaces that you were in, were also eclipsed by your ego's narrow vision. It's almost like having blinders on. And you could only see a space that was limited and lacking. And that picture informed, they write in front of me, your energy. Informed what kind of energy you expected to be with you as you walked through these small number of spaces. But as they open your heart, these limitations fall away, the chains break away from you now. And some of you might feel a sharp or dull sensation depending on how dependent and attached you were to these chains because of the narrative that they created for you so that you could cope within these limitations. If you feel any chains in your back or in your chest or anywhere in your body, to the best of your ability, give your angels and your ascended masters that are working with you permission to unleash those chains, to unlock those chains, and free you to the fullest capacity of your deserving. And just take a deep breath. And whether you can see this palace, remember this symbolically, or you can feel the energy of this palace, or that you can even attempt to imagine it, do so. And as you envision the corridors that are endless and the rooms that they open to are also endless, and each with doors that lead to other rooms and other corridors. For as it has been said that in my Father's house there are many mansions within that house, and that is who you've been all along. Breathe in the energy, breathe in the keys and the codes of this concept, this belief, this reality, this palace, into the very core of every cell of your body. And anchor the light of this energy into your soul. To the oneness and truth and the love of your soul. And then anchor this into hollow earth. Let these codes of light and keys pour down through you as golden white light into the pyramid in hollow earth, that golden pyramid, and see it flow into the ley lines all around the planet, so that this palace that has many mansions within it is shared with the whole of humanity. Sorry, I had a little throat chakra clearing there. Be aware now of that self-talk. You might experience a clearing in your own throat chakra as that self-talk, limiting and damning conversations that we have, as they're clearing that out. Give it a while for that integration to also take place. And we're going to call upon the golden Christ light of the new resurrection to touch and light up each of your 12 fifth dimensional chakras. Your stellar gateway chakra, your I am presence, seat of your I am presence at the highest one above your head, and then into your soul star chakra. And then into your causal chakra, which is slightly to the back of your head above your crown chakra. And now your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat chakra, your higher heart chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus, and really breathe deeply into each of these chakras. And into your navel chakra, your your sacral chakra, your base chakra, and then your earth chakra. And again, that light going down into hollow earth, into the pyramid, and out into the ley lines. They just wrote the word seal. And I've always believed that the book of Revelations was talking about the chakras, because there's a lot of seven this, seven that. And so for some of you, some of your seals have been, your chakras have been opened. At this level for the first time. Okay, so let's take a look at the Archangel. This is so poignant. This is Archangel Azriel. And Archangel Azriel is the Archangel of birth and death. His aura is black. And this is not, black is not negative. This is sort of like, I would like to think of as the being in the womb, right? And going through, as he's writing in front of me, a transformation. This going into the darkness is where we face the illusions, then heal those illusions by seeing them as false truths, and then preparing for liberation and the activation of your true self, which is this radiant, glorious beauty that with all of your imagining you could not ever really capture. And when you reemerge, you are completely different, transformed. Now, you can't ever see this in our human form, but you will see it in the reality that is surrounding you. Because the symbolic palace will start to present itself in all of these new forms of opportunities, blessings and rewards and even possibilities. This month, we are going through what it feels like a quantum shift, that we are having a major jump shift in our ascension process. And this Archangel's presence is alerting you to this with great certainty. They write the word expression in front of me, as if you will start to see this expressed in your life in some way. Your job, they're writing yes, is to not doubt. You're not in old times. I've heard people say, and I said it too, when the job happened, but I was afraid to hope, but I knew deeply that I was going to get the job. Do not, when you feel feelings like this is not of you anymore. This is not your ego. Your ego doesn't have the kind of power you think it has. It never had it, but it definitely doesn't have it now in the way that you think. It's still going to try to speak its talk, but everything now will be a clear lie to you, because the opposite of what it's saying will happen. Well, let's not even put it in that vein, because it can't not. The thing is, the comparison can never be made. So it's never the opposite of what it says. It's only the truth that you know. You might be afraid of it, but it's the truth. And this is sort of the first step of this palace paradigm. This is the first expression of it. You will know the truth, but you will fear it as of old. But unlike as of old, you will know it's true. You will know that this is not false hope. You will know that you are not, just wishing. I can't remember the expression, but you're not wishing yourself into something like it's some magic that just won't work. You're not going to try to, it's not like you're walking around saying, I believe this is going to happen. I believe this is going to happen. That is another thing. This is something that says it from within you. It's not something you are thinking up. You will just have the strong knowing. And it's okay for you to have that moment where your ego tells you the opposite. That's the opposite that happens here. It's not the opposite of what the ego says to you. But the ego is always saying the opposite of what your inner being is saying to you now. And you will, despite that conversation, this time it has no power. And when it becomes true, and everything becomes true that is said by your inner being, you will have no need for that ego's voice. So it will grow silent as you are no longer codependent or looking for its opinion. And this is a powerful transformation within itself. If you do not think that this is like receiving a gold bar, you're kidding yourself. And if you choose to kid yourself, yes, your wishes will be granted to you, meaning your disappointment. Or you might get the thing despite what you say, and then you still have the power to muck it up. But none of you listening are at that level. But I just want to explain that clearly to you. So it says it's time to let go. Let go of everything. Let go of everything you thought you knew or understood before. Like this whole thing with your ego. Like, oh, wishful, what is it called? Wishful something. Wishful thinking. That's what it was. I was trying to get it. No, it's not wishful. It's not wishful thinking. It's coming from within you. You know it. And maybe you've not known that feeling in a very long time, but you've had it once in your life, at least. And I'm guarantee you more than that. But as we get older and we go through our lives, that turns into wishful thinking, which in the old paradigm, your effort at doubting that made it so. It's not what's going to happen now because of the frequency in which you are vibrating, and the universe is like we're moving into this quantum consciousness, and it's faster than your ego. Your ego is just too slow to interfere. The message for on the quantum level, it's like these quantum computers, like it can just do things at the speed of light that the old technology cannot do. And it's the same here. Your soul's technology is so advanced that when it tells you something, you'll just really be clear. Even if you think it's wishful thinking, you just don't have enough I don't know, power, that's not the right word, to override it. You can't this old technology just doesn't compare. It's not compatible with the new quantum consciousness. And so therefore, it's ineffective. You can still use it, just like you got an old computer sitting somewhere, you can turn it on, but it's sluggish. I got one. Took me 15 minutes just to turn on. Not even talking about starting up. Okay? Doesn't compare. Okay. So let's take a look at the first card for the beginning of the week. And okay, so we have the Seven of Cups. And this is sort of that everything is kind of shiny thing and trying to figure out, what to do, what choices to make. But how about thinking about this? This new palace, this quantum consciousness. And there's so many new things to learn. And so many new things, many choices, because the old choices are no longer necessary, nor do they satisfy me. So don't interpret this sort of uncertainty in the old paradigm, where fear was the uncertainty that type of fear brought a lot of negative thinking, because the patterns were so effective or strong that you just easily could just slide right into that. Now, those choices are not really there unless you really want to turn on that old device, that old sluggish thing, and get all those outdated, activities. So now just open yourself up to allow yourself to dream differently. You got more space. Your consciousness is vastly wiser and definitely tapping into greater inspiration. So the unlimitedness that you knew before is like so limited in comparison to now, what you can see for yourself, and really pay attention to what's coming to you, what you're drawn to, and what is coming to you. It's like a divine relationship. Now, these two cards came out together on the top, so I want to read them together. All right, and it's interesting. It's like 7 and 8, so it's an increase. And then this particular card is like this rapid increase, right? So there's an influx of energy, new vitality, lots of new information for you to be aware of, for you to take in, and it could be overwhelming. I mean, these two cards here together, like, oh my God, what do I do? What choice do I make? It's, oh, I don't know what to choose. Enjoy this. Remember in the paradigm of fear what that was like when you had those choices in front of you and things were moving fast, but you were stuck. You couldn't get everybody's moving around you and you're stuck in the quicksand. You're sinking and drowning. You couldn't even dream or hope for any of those things. You couldn't move anywhere quickly. You couldn't go to the next level. You were stuck. So don't turn on that old computer, that outdated software, CPU, to operate in a new quantum world of quantum consciousness. And we have here the Two of Cups. So this says if you tap into tap into the changes, tap into your transformation, you're going to make all kinds of new connections, like things coming together. Think about this week. It's all about connections. Connections are being made for you, whether it's people or circumstances or, your prayers, the very thing you needed. Just like I was telling you before, is like things that were coming together at this job. Like that knowing I had, despite that I was seriously, in some of the job rejections I've been through in the past years. And then also, like, I was so unsure that I really wanted this, and I was fighting the universe on it. And when it was right, everything has been clicking together. There are going to be challenges, but these are new opportunities to express yourself and to discover this quantum consciousness that you now inhabit, that is offering you so many rewards and possibilities and opportunities that you just could never put your finger on or been ready for in your heart. So pay attention to the connections that are coming to you this week. All right, so I pulled a card from the bottom of the deck, and it's the Sun card. Hello, this is like the most auspicious card that you can get in the tarot, the Sun. It means success. It means happiness, right? Energy, vitality, growth. But we also know that the Sun, it can burn. It gives life, provides the right environment for life to thrive, but it can also really sort of destroy. So that means the card is upright and you're moving up. You're growing. You're coming into. The only person that can kill it, and this is with a lot of effort. In the old paradigm, it wouldn't have taken much effort. Now it will take a lot. So if you find yourself there, you really worked hard at it and you should be exhausted, so that if you fail, you will be so glad to fail, because you need to be in recovery. You need to be in a hospital bed and getting treatment for months until you get your energies, vitality back to go out there and say, I'll never do that again. All right. So remember the energy is what has shifted, and it's opening up the palace, the corridors to you. And in those corridors and in those rooms are all kinds of fascinating new connections. God bless you and have a beautiful, beautiful week.